In the pantheon of predators, two icons reign supreme. One is the embodiment of the sun, the ruler of the open plains, a symbol of royalty and power echoing through civilizations, the lion. The other, a striped shadow, the solitary spirit of the jungle, an emblem of raw strength, mystery, and primal ferocity, the tiger. For millennia, humanity has asked the same question, whispered around campfires and debated in stone arenas. If these two titans faced each other at the peak of their power, who would emerge victorious? Who is the true king? Today, we won't just scratch the surface. We will dissect the legend. We will dive into science, history, and biology to deliver a final verdict. This is the ultimate analysis, lion versus tiger. This isn't a modern debate. The curiosity about this confrontation is as old as empires themselves. In the heart of Rome, the Colosseum was not just a stage for gladiators. For the pleasure of emperors and plebeians, the most feared beasts from the furthest corners of the empire were pitted against each other. Roman historian Pliny the Elder wrote about these bloody spectacles. Ships brought lions from Numidia and tigers from Hyrcania, a region of Persia. The accounts that survived, though fragmented, suggest a trend. The tiger, often the exotic novelty, frequently demonstrated a ferocity and power that shocked the crowds, who expected victory from the familiar king of the beasts. This practice didn't die with Rome. In the late 19th century, the 𝐓𝐤𝐤𝐤 of Baroda, an Indian prince, was famous for staging animal fights. In one of his most documented encounters, a massive Bengal tiger killed the lion in a matter of minutes, cementing the tiger's reputation in the region. These events, though cruel, give us the only direct historical data we have, and they tell a consistent story. To understand who would win, we first need to understand who the fighters are. We're not talking about just any lion or any tiger. We will analyze the most representative subspecies, the African lion, Panthera leo, and the Bengal tiger, Panthera tigris. And for reference, we will mention its larger cousin, the Siberian tiger. We will divide this analysis into critical rounds: size and strength, armament, defense, combat mentality, and the game-changing factor, the power of the group. Round 1. Size and strength, the numbers game. In combat, size matters, and here the advantage is clear and undeniable. An adult male African lion at its peak is a fortress of muscle, averaging 420 pounds, or 190 kilograms, and standing about 3.9 feet tall at the shoulder. It's an animal built to take down large prey and fight rivals. But the tiger simply operates in another league. A male Bengal tiger easily surpasses 485 pounds, or 220 kilograms. Its shoulders are wider, its bone structure is denser, and its hind limbs, which provide the power for its attack, are visibly more developed. And if we consider the northern giant, the Siberian tiger, the comparison becomes almost unfair. Males can reach up to 660 pounds, or 300 kilograms. That's over 220 pounds, or 100 kilograms, more than an average lion. Imagine a heavyweight boxer against a middleweight. This mass difference isn't fat, it's pure muscle. Comparative anatomy studies show that the tiger has a higher percentage of muscle mass relative to its overall size. In a brute force confrontation, pushing and grappling, the tiger has an overwhelming physical advantage. Point, tiger. Round 2. Armament, the tools of death. If size is the foundation, armament is what finishes the fight. Let's look at the weapons. First, the claws.
Both felines possess retractable claws that can reach up to 4 inches or 10 centimeters. They are like curved daggers, perfect for gripping and tearing. Here we can consider it a technical draw, as they are equally lethal. Now, the main weapon, the bite. Jaw force is measured in PSI, or pounds per square inch. A lion's bite registers around 650 PSI. It's enough to crush bones. However, the tiger's skull is built for even greater force. Its bite reaches an impressive 1050 PSI. That's almost double. This extra force allows the tiger a more lethal killing technique. While lions often kill by suffocation, compressing the prey's windpipe, the tiger is an expert at crushing vertebrae. Its bite is designed to penetrate the back of the neck and sever the spinal cord. It's an instantaneous kill. And finally, the teeth. The tiger's canines are the longest of all big cats, reaching up to 3.5 inches or 9 centimeters. They are enameled daggers, longer and thicker than the lion's, capable of deep penetration between vertebrae. In a direct confrontation, a well-placed bite from the tiger would be more devastating. Point: tiger. Round 3. Defense and stamina. A fight isn't just about attacking, it's also about withstanding blows. And here the lion has a unique and iconic advantage: the mane. The mane isn't just for show. It's a dense layer of hair that protects a vital area, the neck and the throat. In fights between lions, adversaries instinctively try to bite this region. The mane acts as a natural armor, absorbing and deflecting potentially fatal bites. In a fight against a tiger, this protection would be invaluable. However, the tiger's defense is more active. Its superior agility and quicker reaction time allow it to dodge and reposition more effectively. Furthermore, the tiger's stamina is remarkable. As a solitary hunter that roams vast territories, its body is more metabolically efficient. The lion is built for short, intense bursts. In a prolonged fight, fatigue would set in for the lion first. Its social structure, where the lionesses do most of the hunting, means the male doesn't require the same endurance as the tiger, who relies solely on itself. We have an interesting standoff: the passive defense of the mane against active stamina and superior agility. But since the tiger's primary weapon is a neck bite, the lion's mane is a direct counter to that strategy. Point: lion. Round 4. Combat mentality: the warrior versus the assassin. Here we delve into the psychology of the fighters. Their entire lives have prepared them for different types of conflict. The male lion is a warrior. From a young age, he trains in mock fights with his siblings. As an adult, his life is a series of battles. He fights to protect his pride from intruders, fights to maintain his status, and fights to conquer new territory. He is accustomed to direct combat, pain, and the pressure of a face-to-face confrontation. He is undoubtedly more experienced in fighting his own kind. The tiger, on the other hand, is an assassin. As a solitary predator, every hunt is a calculation of risk. An injury can mean starvation and death. Therefore, he doesn't fight, he executes. His attacks are ambushes, precise and designed to end the confrontation as quickly as possible, with minimal risk. He is more cautious, more tactical. Furthermore, the tiger is proven to be more aggressive. Experts like 𝐓𝐢𝐤𝐬𝐿, who has interacted closely with both animals, state that the tiger is the more explosive and dangerous predator. Where a lion might make a display of strength, the tiger attacks to kill. And let's not forget the brain. Studies indicate that the tiger's brain is, proportionally, about 16% larger than the lion's. While brain size isn't a direct measure of intelligence, it suggests a greater processing capacity, which could translate to better strategy and adaptability in a fight. The lion's warrior experience is valuable, but the tiger's lethal efficiency and brain power are decisive. Point: tiger. Up until now, our analysis has focused on a duel, one-on-one. But in the real world, that's rarely how things work for the lion. The lion is the only truly social feline, and this is its secret weapon. While the tiger lives a life of solitude, the male lion is part of one of nature's most formidable alliances, a coalition. Usually formed by brothers, a coalition of 2, 3, or even more males works together to conquer and defend a pride. They are a military unit.
Think about it. If a solitary tiger were to invade a pride's territory, it wouldn't face one lion, but 2 or 3 420-pound warriors fighting with brutal and instinctive coordination. They surround, flank, and overwhelm their enemies, whether they are other lions, hyena clans, or any threat. In this scenario, the question, who would win, has an obvious and indisputable answer. A tiger, however powerful, would stand no chance against the combined force of a lion coalition. The math is simple and brutal. The power of the group far outweighs the power of the individual. This is why lions successfully rule the savannah, not just by the strength of a king, but by the strength of an army. Chapter 6. Environmental factor, where the fight happens. To maintain the purity of the one-on-one debate, the environment becomes crucial. Scenario 1. The African savanna. Under the scorching sun, on open terrain. This is the lion's home. Its light-colored coat provides better camouflage, and it is more adapted to the heat. In an open space, the fight would be direct, favoring the lion's combat experience. Advantage: lion. Scenario 2. The Indian jungle. In a dense vegetation environment with poor visibility and uneven terrain, this is the tiger's realm. Its stripes make it almost invisible. It could use the environment for an ambush, its preferred attack method. The fight would be on its terms. Furthermore, tigers are exceptional swimmers and love water, while lions avoid it. If the fight moved to a river or lake, it would be the end for the lion. Advantage: tiger. Scenario 3. Neutral arena, like the Colosseum. No environmental advantages, just the 2 combatants and their abilities. In this scenario, the physical and biological advantages become the determining factor. And as we've seen, the numbers favor the tiger. So we come to the verdict. In the real world, in the day-to-day life of the savannah, the lion is king for a reason: the power of its pride. A coalition of lions is a dominant force that no solitary land predator can hope to defeat. In that context, the victory belongs to the lion. However, the legendary question has always been about the individual duel. Who is the superior fighter? And here, when we isolate the variables and analyze the biological facts, the story changes. The tiger is larger, stronger, with a more powerful bite and more lethal weapons. It is a more efficient hunter and quite possibly a more intelligent strategist. It is the ultimate super predator in a one-on-one confrontation. Therefore, we have 2 kings: the lion, the social king, the master of group strategy and ruler of its domain through collective strength, and the tiger, the individual king, the supreme combatant, the pinnacle of power and efficiency of a solitary predator. In a battle of armies, bet on the lions. But in a duel of champions, overwhelming evidence suggests that the crown belongs to the tiger. This has been our in-depth analysis. What do you think?
Is the strength of the pride the decisive factor? Or does the individual confrontation truly matter? Leave your opinion in the comments below. We want to create the biggest discussion on this topic on the internet. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell because we have many more Animal Kingdom battles to explore.